People are already moaning about how many penalties we get. Can you imagine if we brought Jack Grealish in as well?
Yes, people, welcome to Transfer Target, the place where we rank transfers, dreamland, definitely maybes, and of course the dead certs. This week we look at Manchester United, and we are joined by Stretford Paddock's Adam McKola. Adam, thanks for coming on. Quickly, talk me through United's season.
You look at United from the first half of the campaign to the latter half of the campaign, and it's night and day. The starting 11 is so much stronger now for Manchester United, and we just look like a team that's moving in the right direction. No time for complacency, but a good season. I'd say a grade C.
So we'll start off with Dreamland. This is probably the ideal signing for United. Jadon Sancho, Adam. How are we feeling about that one?
For a selling club, Dortmund have got a good poker face, haven't they? I mean, if we were Bayern Munich, they would have already sold us. And as soon as it's Manchester United, everyone starts playing silly beggars and wants to demand all sorts of funds. But let's be real. Jadon Sancho and the numbers that he's been putting up over the last couple of years, he's without doubt one of those players that is worth 100 million plus, even in this, pandemic market. So you can understand why Borussia Dortmund are dragging their heels. You look at the way the negotiations for Harry Maguire went. You look at the way negotiations for Aaron Wan-Bissaka went. These teams said at the start, well, we want X, and United negotiated all summer and then paid X. So it's kind of like we're probably going to end up paying the full amount for Jadon Sancho anyway. So I think it's a real no-brainer for Jadon Sancho to come to United. The number 7 shirt's available, the right wing spot's available. And it would be a dream signing as well, but it just makes so much sense.
Next up, we have definitely maybe, starting with Jack Grealish. Sky Sports have said it now looks unlikely that United will try to sign Grealish in this transfer window.
I think this Jack Grealish deal will depend on how much we give up front for Jadon Sancho. But now Aston Villa have stayed up, they can demand, 60, 70, 80 million pounds for it. And United are in a position where we probably don't have those funds available to sign a player that wouldn't necessarily be first choice, but I still think is massively needed. When we've got no Paul Pogba or Bruno Fernandes, we've not got much creativity. And Jack Grealish is someone that the crowd would love, would get you on the edge of your seat. And I think he's someone that would be able to occupy the position behind the striker, on the left, on the right, and be able to create chances for Manchester United. People are already moaning about how many penalties we get. Can you imagine if we brought Jack Grealish in as well?
Finally, we move on to the dead certs. I've sort of cheated. I've done loan returns. Start off with Dean Henderson. Would you like to see him come back and fight for the number 1 spot?
Personally, I feel like David De Gea may have suffered by having a number 2 in Sergio Romero, who doesn't really push it, but I don't feel like we have a goalkeeper there who is knocking down the door to take that number 1 spot. You've got a situation though where if you bring Dean Henderson back and De Gea regains his form, and you got Dean Henderson just sitting on the bench. And for me, that's a waste of time. So I kind of feel like the best bet is to send him back out on loan at Sheffield United. Another year of playing week in, week out, 36 games a season in the league, and because he can't play against United and playing in the cup competition. I think that's best for him. I think he'll give it another year or he's off.
Chris Smalling has impressed during his debut season in Italy. How would you feel about him coming back?
It's a no from me. Chris Smalling's had a good time at United. I don't think he's as bad as people make out, but I don't think he's good enough for what we want to be doing, the way we want to play. I think United saying we'll bring him back from Roma is a ploy. We kind of said to them, sign him permanently or he's not in Europa League squad. They probably thought we were bluffing and we weren't. We can get money for him. Fulham have just been promoted his former club. There's a deal out there for Chris Smalling that isn't staying at Manchester United.
Here is BBC Sports' Simon Stone giving his thoughts on these potential transfers.
Manchester United obviously want Jadon Sancho, but Borussia Dortmund wants big money for him. I think if Manchester United are going to do that deal, they're going to have to offer substantially more than they are doing at the moment. I think there has to be a doubt whether they're going to get that over the line. The Jack Grealish situation is one that gets affected by the coronavirus pandemic. United won't have that much money. Villa will want big money. They've saved themselves in the Premier League. I'm not sure that deal's going to be done.
Thank you very much. It looks as if all systems are go for Manchester United this summer. As always, big thank you to everyone at home for watching, and of course, a big thank you, Adam. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks for checking out the BBC Sport YouTube channel. Remember to give this video a like and make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button so you never miss an upload. See you soon.